Hello lovely people, welcome to the Geek Cupboard, I'm Penge, and welcome back to Crusader Kings 3, where last time we came to the defence of our Ashari friends over here in Aglabid, as they were attacked by the Ismaili heretics from over here in Fatimid, and we prevailed in the war. We drove the attackers away, which was all very wonderful, although we might well want this bit of land for ourselves at some point in the not too distant future, so don't get too comfy Aglabid, we're coming for you at some point. I'm not quite sure when, but you will soon be part of the glorious, lovely people Sultanate. And that'll be good for the people of Aglabid, because they will go from being people of Aglabid to being lovely people. And who wouldn't want to become a lovely person? So we'll go and do that at some point, but not right now, because we don't have enough money. You need quite a bit of money to have a bit of a fight, and we've only got 67 money in the coffers right now, which isn't very much at all. So I think let's get time ticking on, because we are earning 45.2 money every single month, so it will pour in nice and quick. I do like the fact that our knights and our commanders are being improved. That's very good. So Burkhan has increased his prowess up to 18, which is not too bad at all. We don't want to commission an artifact. Hang on, pause time. We could potentially call a hunt. Is it worth doing that? What's our stress level? 57. So we're not really that close to it going up, but it would bring it down. It would bring it down. How much do we lose? We lose 30 stress. That would bring that down nice and low, wouldn't it? Do you know what? Yeah, why not? Let's go and do that, shall we? I can't quite recall the last time we went on a hunt. So here we go. We lose 30 stress. We get some prestige, which I suppose is sort of handy maybe. We can get more prestige because we have lots of servants. And a master of the hunt means that the hunt is more likely to end well. It is going to cost 133 of our money. So do you know what? Let's just let time tick on one more month. Let's move time a bit quicker. There we go. I feel a little bit better with just a tiny bit more money to fall back on if something does happen. So there we go. Sound the horn. Let's go and have a fun hunt. Hopefully it all pans out okay and doesn't go horribly wrong. Look at that. Commanders are improved. Oh my goodness me. All sorts is going on. Okay, so hang on a minute. So you have picked up a trait and your martial skill went up by 1. And then you've picked up a trait and your martial skill went up as well. This is wonderful. Good job. Who is our current person? Who is our marshal? Yeah, you do have a marshal of 28, which is very good. So yeah, you're now sort of using that knowledge to improve other people. That's very good. I'm very impressed. Could we possibly get, looking at this now, could we get a better sort of court priesty person? Because we can appoint somebody. Hang on. There must be somebody slightly better than you. I'm sure you're lovely. I'm sure you're a nice person, Alama Isa. But you're not very good at the job compared to everybody else on the council who's absolutely amazing. Look at that. 24, 21, 19, 28. And yeah, you're bringing the average down a bit there. Maybe we could possibly replace you with, Prince Scone, our half-brother, is not too bad at all. Look at that, 22 learning. That's not too shabby. Hang on. Or we could, oh my goodness. Emir Chocolate has got, hang on. Emir Chocolate's got a learning of 38. What's our learning? 26. Emir Chocolate's got 38. Is Emir Chocolate the most learned person in the world right now? You can find out, can't you? Hang on a minute. Hang on. Find character. Yeah, look, hang on. If we sort it by everything, sort it by the learning skill. Yes, Emir Chocolate is the most... Hang on, no, not that. All people. Oh, no, he's not. He's very, very learned, but he's not the most learned person in the world. That honour goes to Countess... Sisek, maybe? Or Chichek of Karashar, who's got 45 learning. Good grief. But yeah, he's up there, look. He's up kind of in, the top levels of that. Okay, right, okay. He's not the cleverest person in the world, but he's very, very clever. He's certainly the cleverest person in our lands right now. But he's also our spy master. Hang on, but do we have somebody who could actually be a spy master? So how about, look, Emir Samir is a powerful vassal, and he's a little bit grumpy with us because he's not on the council. So what if, hang on, I've got an idea. What if we put Chocolate into the sort of court priest position? So put you into that, so you'll swap from spy master to be the court priest, or court chaplain, or whatever it is. So you can go and do that. So you're much better. Look at that. That was on 20-something months, was it? Now it's down to 9. That's very good. And then you currently you have an intrigue of 1. I think we might replace you, possibly. So yeah, how about we get Emir Samir in? Because that will make him happy as well. And he's still got an intrigue of 19. So I think that's what That's what Chocolate had anyway, wasn't it? So we've not lost out on anything, and really, all we've done is get another powerful vassal onto the council to appease them a bit, and we've got a better court alama, I think you might pronounce that. So, yeah, okay, let's do that, shall we? Well, there we go. That worked out all quite well, didn't it? Right, okay, how's the hunt going? There we go. Look at that heartless Charles Scone, Emir Ardashir hisses from atop his hunting steed. My brother Prince Scone seems to have a hard time bearing the insults. Oh, no. You two are having a little spat. Okay. Okay, so you're acting like a child and will be punished like one. Oh, hang on. He tasted the belt. I don't think we would do that. We're not that kind of person, I don't believe. That's no way for an Emir to act. Okay, you gain Mediator for 5 years. Emir Ardashir loses some opinion. Scone gets some opinion. Or we laugh at Scone. I don't think we'd laugh at Scone. We wouldn't laugh at Scone. And Scone is a master of the horse as well. He should, command some respect around here. We'll go for the middle one, because the bottom one is a bit insulting to Scone, and we get stressed out from doing that. The top one, we hit someone with our belt, which is all a little bit weird, but okay. No, we'll go down the middle one. So we do get a point of diplomacy, which is quite nice. But yes, also, he does lose opinion, and Scone likes us a bit. But yeah, that's fine. Stop it. Stop arguing, you two. Behave, please. Behave. Yeah, we don't want to commission an artifact game. It's absolutely fine. So let's just wait to the end of the hunt, just to make sure that it actually pans out okay. Somebody has hired the Holy Order. This hunt is going on a very, very long time. Good grief. And then, yeah, when we do get some money in, we could carry on our little sort of round of upgrading buildings and things. But what I think we might do is, I think rather than, let's pick Uzfan, for example, rather than upgrading the individual buildings that are in Uzfan, I think we upgrade the main building. So we try and upgrade, say, the temples from tier 2 temples up to tier 3 temples. So, yeah, go from a temple ground to a house of worship, because that does make a lot of difference in the money, and the levy's not, that's neither here nor there, as we've sort of said before, because we've got quite a lot of people. It gives us some more, I suppose. The garrison goes up, and the reinforcement rate goes up as well. But yeah, the money it makes overall is just very good. So I think we should try and do that with the temples, and then possibly even, if we could do it with all of the castles, whilst we can. Because, we do have our skills to bring that cost down, because look at that. It should be 700 money to upgrade a tier 2 castle to a tier 3 castle, which is the concentric circles. Concentric castle. But because of all of Sunrise's various abilities and things, it's down to 525. And it should take 1,825 days, and it takes 20 months. I'm not quite sure how many days that is, but it's certainly a lot less than it should be. So I think, yeah, we try and do that maybe. Just to try and, make the most of Sunrise's abilities whilst we're playing as Sunrise. Is that hunt still going on? It must have finished. It must have finished by now. My goodness me. Exiting the mosque in Kuten. Okay, I don't know where that is. Me and my nephew Amir Mohammed end up in the company of some local merchants. They're in the middle of a discussion regarding theology and worldly wealth. I would invest in the mosque, but how can I know that if that is even Allah's will? Okay, we'll convince them Allah has given them signs. Or, I know somewhere your gold would come to better use. This is weirdly appropriate, because this is just what I was talking about. So they want to go to this place here. So hang on a second. So whereabouts is that? So find this place. Right, so it's all the way over there. Oh, surprise, there's a child as well. Okay, hang on a second. So there's a mosque over there, which is currently a tier 1 temple. It's a shrine right now. So it's the tier 1 building. But then over here, they're talking about investing to actually get that upgraded. So if we wanted to do, oh dear me, there are many windows. If we wanted to do that over here to get that upgraded, it would cost 440 money. It's not in our hold. It's not one of our holdings, so it's only going to affect our vassal. But that eventually trickles through to us eventually. So we could get them to upgrade it. We could just convince them that Al has given signs. Because 150 gold, it's quite nice, but that takes, 3 months to get that in? So we might as well use these people here to do that upgrade for us. So yeah, we gain 50 learning lifestyle, and that upgrades to temple grounds. Yes, please. Okay, I imagine that will upgrade at some point, or has it upgraded now? Yeah, there we go, look. It's gone up to temple grounds already. That's very good. Right, hang on. We'll go and do our perk in a second. So, Shola has given birth to another daughter. So we've got, hang on, who have we got? We've got Sunrise, which is nice. We've got Nicer. And then we've got Simin. Okay, so Simin is quick, which is good. So it's good to have the nice positive traits. Okay, so Sunrise, Nicer, what shall we call you? I think we'll call you Smile. I quite like that. I think we might have already had a Smile in the dynasty. I can't remember. We sort of touched upon this last time, that we've had so many children born that we've had to give names to. I cannot quite recall who we've had and who we haven't had, but smiles are quite lovely, aren't they? A smile can brighten up a room, and if somebody's looking a bit sad and all of a sudden they smile, everything feels a lot better and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, we'll call you Smile, I think. I quite like that. So there you go. May you grow to be strong and wise, young Smile. Okay, so that's good. And then, of course, we have to pick a perk. Some meadows have been constructed. That is wonderful. But yeah, let's get our perk. So now we're going down to healthy. So we're going to get a medium health boost, which is wonderful. Oh, look at this. Hang on a second. Hang on. How are we doing? Our health is fine. We're 54 years old and our health is completely fine. We're not feeling a little bit kind of rough in the mornings. We're not feeling a bit tired or exhausted. We're absolutely fine. Because look at that, we're temperate, which is good for your health. We're healthy, as we just picked up, which is clearly good for your health because the clue is in the name. We've got a medicine focus, which helps with health. We have an iron constitution, and we're eating exotic food. It's all working out very nicely. Okay, there you go, Sunrise. Very good. Right, good. Now, how much money do we need to upgrade that thing? How much money was it? 400 and something. I forget now. 455 monies. I mean, if we just keep time ticking on a little bit. Amir Ardashir has converted from Persian to Ethiopian. Okay, are you ruling down in that part of the world? No, you are not. You're not ruling down in that part of the world. I mean, this was former sort of Ethiopian lands. I thought maybe you might be more down here, but no. Okay, conversation over cakes. I mean, it's a lovely thing to have a conversation over. Is there tea as well? My entourage and I are strolling back from a short foray into Dalat Kabir when we unexpectedly run across my vassal Sheikh Mikhail and his retinue skulking around my capital on unannounced business. Okay, so you are one of our vassals, so that's okay. Sunrise, I was hoping I'd run into. Come, I found the most delightful little taverna just a short ways from here. Would you care to join me for some imported teas? There is tea and hashish suffused cakes. Okay, so apologies, but I must be on my way. So he gets a little bit insulted by that. We gain some piety, but yeah, we get stressed out because we are gregarious. And we do like spending time with people. Yeah, we like all that kind of stuff. I could be persuaded to indulge a little. Okay, so 1 cake becomes 2, then 3, then 4. See, maybe we wouldn't do that because we're temperate. It's best to enjoy things in moderation. So maybe we wouldn't do that. And yeah, there you go. So we pick up a lot of stress because we're temperate. We would gain cosmic insights for 10 years on account of the content of the special cakes. Or just try to keep up, friend. Okay, so a learning challenge. Possible outcomes, 81%. Hashish causes him to talk too freely. Okay, so we get a weak hook on him. We gain some prestige and he likes us. Or 18% chance of failure. So overindulgence makes me indiscreet. He gets a hook on us. He gets 150 prestige, but then he gets 30 opinion of us. But we would gain 61 stress because we are temperate. That's a tricky one, this, isn't it? Because we're temperate, but also we're gregarious. So we like spending time with other people, but not too much time. Just a moderate amount of time. I think possibly, maybe we'd go, I don't know. I really don't know. I mean, it's a good job we did just lose that pile of stress on that hunt, which must have finished unannounced. But because, if we'd have not done that, we might have possibly tipped over a little bit into the next stress level. I don't know, which one would we do? Which one would we do? I think maybe we'd go down the middle. We're not going to say no because we are gregarious. So yeah, we want to go and have some tea and some cake. But we're not going to go completely crazy either because we're temperate. So we're not going to say no, but we're not going to go completely overboard. We're just going to indulge a little bit, possibly. I mean, none of these really work for Sunrise, do they? They all sort of, counteract one of his traits here. But maybe we'll go and do that, shall we? So we're going to have a little bit of tea and possibly a cake. There we go. We gain cosmic insights, which is very exciting. Learning up by 3. which is very handy indeed. The money is coming in, very good. Right, when we get to maybe next month, when the next month's worth of money has come in, there we go. I think now we can go to Uzfan and we can upgrade the temple. So let's do that, 455 money. It is an awful lot of money, but that's what we need to do, I think. Let's try and get everything upgraded to the next level if we can. Now, I don't think we can upgrade. Oh no, Mecca we probably could upgrade. It's Dalakabir, isn't it? Our capital is already a tier 3 castle. I don't think we have the tech to do the 4th. So yeah, we need the Maculations innovation. Okay, so we can't do that quite yet. But if we could do that for all of our main holdings, so the 2 over here, and then the ones over in Mecca, and that one there, I think that'd be really good. I think that would help out a great deal in the future. Also, very quick check. How are we doing toward Primogeniture? Because that's got to be almost done. Yeah, look at that. 15 months' time, we can have Primogeniture. And then all of the worrying about all the succession stuff can just go away, which will be very handy. I mean, yeah, right now, we're still going to lose lots and lots of stuff. But hopefully, you can sort of, hang around for another 15 months, given you're super healthy. Just hang around for a bit, and then we'll change the succession law to Primogeniture. My goodness me, that's going to be huge. That's going to remove so much stress and, needing to dish out different titles to different children to make sure they've got a bit of land. So when you do pass away, the land doesn't get split up and fractured and all that kind of stuff. It is no secret that my acquaintance, Shifter, okay, is that you? You're just courtier. Okay, is carrying a child conceived through a sinful union. She is not a married woman after all. However, her father child has been a mystery until now. Prince Warm Bath is the one responsible. Oh dear. Our son has been up to no good. Oh, our son has no wife. Oh, I'm very sorry. Okay, now the truth is that, okay, possibly we need to look at that. Hang on. Do we have any children that we need to sort out marriages for? Let's go and do that now. So Sajida is married to the wonderfully attired court jester. That's good. Nuela. Oh yeah, her husband passed away, didn't he? Okay, so we need to sort our husband for Nuela. And then, yeah, Fadl, of course, is married. Shola, I think, is married because she's had some children. Yeah, Warm Bath. Okay, so sort out Warm Bath. And then Owl will not be long until we need to find your wife, but not right now. Okay, let's start with Warm Bath, shall we? Given that he's the one going around the place doing naughty stuff. He's doing, unauthorized stalk letter writing. Okay, let's see who we can find for you. I mean, do you want to marry for an alliance? It's not really going to work this way round, is it? I don't think. Oh no, we don't want to be allied to the Fatimid Sultanate. We'd like to go to war with those guys at some point in the not too distant future. So, no, it's not worth doing it for an alliance. Okay, right, let's do all the filters and find people with good traits and all that kind of stuff. Okay, so the filter is showing people with inheritable traits that are within 10 years of the age of Warm Bath, so either 10 years older or 10 years younger. And as we can see, the top 3 results here have come up with nieces of ours. Now, I don't think we're going to go down that route. We've been here before, haven't we? I think maybe that's a little bit too close. If they were sort of, distant cousins or whatever, then that might be okay. But I don't think we should marry our son to one of our nieces, because that way bad things lie. So let's ignore those 3. And then down here, we have Benaz Naufalid. So Benaz Naufalid is sort of okay, I suppose. But I notice they are a sadist. They're a content, greedy sadist. Okay, how can you be content and greedy? I do not know, but there we go. So I think maybe we skip past you and then we go down here, because you seem okay. I mean, you're not very sneaky. And when I say you're not very sneaky, you're not sneaky at all. You are of the wrong faith, but we'll try and sort that out. But yeah, Rahat Abdawalavid, possibly, is just, which is very nice, is trusting and is diligent. So you might get on, possibly. You've not got any kind of shared traits, but at least you're not, a sadist or whatever. And you do have the robust physical trait. So that is the one missing from Warm Bath's trait repertoire over there. So if you do get stalk letterizing and have children, there is a chance, a teeny tiny chance, that your children might have all 3 of those traits. That'd be very good. So I think we go down this route. So let's sort that out, please. So, right, can we arrange that? That'd be nice. I didn't actually look at what they were like. Possibly should have checked that out first. Hang on a second. No, you haven't got anything terrible going on about you. Also, your stewardship is quite good. which might help out Warm Bath here, because he's not got the greatest of stewardship. So that might help out quite a bit as well. Right, and now you're there. Can we make you convert? Can we tell you to convert your religion? I don't think we can, because she's not in our court. She's in his court. Do you know what? That's fine. I'm sure he'll get round to it at some point, because, she's got, an astray faith. So it's not so bad. It's not, I thought it was these guys, that faith there, but it's not that one. It's an astray faith, which isn't so terrible. But, okay, right, that's that sorted. And then we need to find Nuela. There we go. So yes, her husband died of heart failure in October 1260. So what, about 2.5 years ago? So let's sort out another husband for you. You do have the 3 kids already. So you've got the 3 kids. So we don't necessarily need you to be married for children, again, because you've got 3 kids and they've all got some good traits. So maybe we could find somebody here who's very good at doing the fighting. That might be quite good. Bring a knight in. That could be quite helpful, couldn't it? Prowess. You're 32. He's 42. Tolan Kaga. Oh, hang on. He's wrathful, deceitful, and lusty. Okay, hang on a minute. No, let's not go for somebody that's bad. However, how good are you at fighting? 33, 32, 30, but you're callous. We don't want to marry our daughter to somebody who's callous. How about you? 29, you are a blade master and a master hunter, and you're strong, and you're vengeful. Okay, it's not the greatest things, but it's sort of okay if you don't annoy him. He's generous and he's arrogant. Okay, you're not exactly the best catch, but you're sort of okay. Maybe we go for you, because then Chappy can then become one of our fighters. Because, look at that. You get a load of bonuses. Base is 9, but with all those bonuses coming in from all his traits and what have you, it's up to 29. Yeah, let's get you. Let's get you, please. A matrilineal marriage. You've got some siblings, but you have no children. I don't think you've ever been married before, so yeah, okay. Would you like to do that? That would be good. Let's just tick time on. And you can immediately go and do knight stuff. There you go. You've got the official knight t-shirt on, which is good. Okay, Sheikh Farouk has arrived. He would like to pay homage to us. Absolutely, that's very good. And, oh no. Oh dear, right. Okay, I think it might all go a little bit wrong because it's called Homage Mortified. I wait patiently on my throne for the arrival of Sheikh Farouk, who is soon announced and ushered before me. He kneels in deference as attendants bring forth his gifts of coin and precious objects. That's very kind, thank you very much. The oath is taken, and scribes record its pledges to serve the lovely people's sultanate. So far, so good. As Sheikh Farouk stands, he stumbles awkwardly. The court gasps in unison as he falls, ending sprawled at my feet, cheeks flushed with embarrassment. Do you know what? That's fine. You stumbled and fell over. It happens to many people. It's not a terrible thing. Your oaths are all that matter to me. Okay, so he spends a little bit of prestige because, of course, he has sort of, made a little bit of a fool of himself as he sees it. And then we gain some grandeur, we get 150 prestige, we gain some money, and we get some renown, which is really good. And then what a shambles. Oh, okay. It just gets worse for him, but then we get stressed out. That's fine. Your oaths are all that matter to me. Yeah, absolutely. Not so bothered you fell over. It can happen to anybody. It's all fine. The gift of generosity. Right, here we go. My grandson, Lovely. So Lovely is, oh, look at Lovely right now. 9 years old. 15 diplomacy. You've got a base of 6 diplomacy at 9 years old. We're going to play as you one day, and it's going to be fantabulous. My grandson Lovely has been impressed with one of the household Faris for a very long time. After finally meeting in person, he has been repeating the warrior's words to himself. Give others their due, and you will receive your own in turn. Okay, so at the moment, he's got generous. We could make him diligent, or we could make him patient. Okay, so we're neither of those things. So we haven't got any of these traits at all. So let's think about what we would do in this situation. So as others grow around him, so will he. So that's generous. So diplomacy goes up. Monthly income comes down by 10%, but it is virtuous. It's a good thing to be. It's nice to be generous. The Ashari people do like that. Okay, that does seem quite good. And also, it's a very lovely thing to do, given he is called Lovely. But diligent, Diligent is good as well. Diplomacy up, stewardship up, learning up. However, stress loss comes down by 50%. So when we lose stress, we're going to lose 50% less stress than we should normally be losing because we're diligent and we're always working. But then we could unlock the develop capital decision eventually. Okay, or we can become patient. So learning goes up, leadership opinion, vassal opinion goes up, hostile scheme resistance comes down. Maybe, patient. Would we go for patient? I don't think we'd go for patient. We're temperate, but that's not patient. Patient is different to temperate. It's either go for diligent or go for generous. Generous means that, acts of benevolence and charity are no strangers to Lovely, which means that he would be helping other people. And we are gregarious. We like spending time with other people. So maybe we do that. But however, temperate. It's best to enjoy things in moderation. So would being generous go against that? I suppose it wouldn't actually. I suppose if you're thinking about being temperate and then you're giving money away, for example, let's just pick money as a thing we're giving away. If we give money away, then that means you're being temperate. You're saying, do you know what? You've got a big pile of money. Enjoy the money in moderation. Have a bit less of that money. Give it away to some needy people. So maybe we would go for generous. It's not great for the income, but if we carry on doing all the improvements we're doing now, when we do eventually play as Lovely, if we get to that point, if Lovely survives, then hopefully all the bonuses and things we're doing now, all the building upgrades, can sort of, lessen the effect of that 10% loss. I think we might go for that, although diligent is very good. Diplomacy up by 2, stewardship up by 3, learning up by 3 is also very good. Characters not shy away from hard work. Oh, I don't know what to do. Which one do we pick? I'm not entirely sure. I think we go for generous. I'd like to pick that one, but I think Sunrise is more likely to say, do you know what? Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, give others their due and you will receive your own in turn. Yeah, I like that. I think that's a good thing. So I'd like to go for diligent, but I don't think Sunrise would do that. So here we go. Let's keep the trait generous, please, as much as it pains me to do so. Maybe he'll get diligent at some other point in the future. I do not know. Right, let's have a little look at what else we can upgrade. So Al Medina, you're a tier 1 castle. So could we upgrade you to a tier 2 castle? Or is it worth working on Mecca? Let's do Mecca first, shall we? 525 money is required to upgrade Mecca to a tier 3 castle. To a fancy concentric castle, no less. All of our knights are picking things up. Sheikh Mikhail has gained Blade Master, which is really, really good. So that means Sheikh Mikhail now has 18 prowess, which is very good. I'm liking this. Various people are picking up court traits. So here, I think then, over here, we're going to need 525 money to get that up to tier 3. That's okay. That's already going up to a tier 3 temple. That's going to need another 525 money. And that's going to need another 400. So we need about 2,000 money to upgrade everything over there, I think, more or less. Dalak Kabir is already upgraded. Gimil, we want to do that as well. So that's about 2,500. Plus Al Medina is... So we need about 3,000 monies to do all of the upgrades. Okay, that's fine. That might take a little while to acquire. It's coming in nice and quick, but yeah, that's still going to take a while to pick up 3,000 of the monies. But do you know what? We'll get there slowly but surely. So here we go. Look at the amount of knights that are being improved. People are picking up all sorts of things. This is wonderful. Okay, so wait for a little bit more money to come in. Okay, upgrade Dalak Kabir. And Owl has come of age. This is wonderful. A natural administrator from birth. It should surprise no one that Owl has come far in his studies of the management of the realm. A 3-star education trait. That's very good. They grow up fast. They do, don't they? Okay, so you're honest, you're humble, and you're compassionate. You sound like the nicest of all the people. And consequently, you have an intrigue of 5. So you possibly might get murdered at some point by somebody because you're just such a nice person. Honest, humble, and compassionate. You sound like the best of people, Owl. Okay, so now let's sort of spouse out for Owl before you then go and do, unauthorized stalk letter writing. Okay, hang on a minute, hang on. We have to kind of do all this stuff again. Hang on, let's stick all the filters back on. Okay, so once again, our nieces are at the top of the list, so let's not marry our son to one of our nieces because, that way inbreeding lies. We don't want any of that, thank you very much. So scroll past them. Then we come to Saira de Bulid, who does have some very, very good stats over there, particularly diplomacy. That is very good. 19 is not too shabby at all. However, it all sort of falls apart a bit when it comes to her traits over here, because if we look over here, we're trying to find a wife for Prince Owl, and Prince Owl is compassionate, he's humble, he's honest, he is possibly one of the loveliest of all the lovely people. And then we come over to her, she's content, that's okay, that's not too bad at all, but then she's a sadist and she's wrathful. So she is a wrathful sadist, but she's content with that. She's content with just the right amount of wrathful sadism that she gets up to. So I don't think we should marry Owl to her because she doesn't seem very nice. And then this person down here, going in order of sum of all skills, she's a sadist. Then down here, she's a sadist. I don't quite know why there are so many sadistic people about the place. I'm not entirely sure. So then we get down to here, Mahadevi Goa Kadamba. So she's 13 years old. Her stats are very impressive for somebody at 13. They're only going to get better, which is very nice. And then she's content, which again is okay, that's fine. She's zealous, which means she's just very passionate about religion. And she's stubborn, which isn't great, but it gives you +3 stewardship and you get a tiny health boost from it. So yeah, they're okay stats, they're okay. None that match Owls, but she seems okay, and she's a genius, and Owl is a genius, so any children they have, if they do stalk letter writing at some point, will become geniuses, which is very handy. So I think we go for her. Also, does that mean we secure an alliance? Possibly with the Goa Kadamba Raj. Okay, hang on a minute. Whereabouts in the world are you? You are over there on that coast. Now, that's quite good for us, because we're sort of over here. So we can sail along this ocean here, past the big kind of sea monster thing, and then go and help you out if you need some help. If you call upon us, if we're allied. Yeah, okay. Do you know what? That seems fine. That seems fine. Hang on a minute. Let's just check any of the things going on that we should know about. Okay, no, it all looks fine. It all looks okay. So I think we sort that out. So it's going to be a betrothal, because of course she's only 13 right now. So let's get that done, shall we? So it doesn't have to be matrilineal, because of course that'll be bad. So yeah, send that proposal, please. Let's see if that is accepted. I imagine it will be. I've got no reason to think it won't be. So, yeah, okay, all sorted. Very good. Crikeys. Okay, right, yeah, we're running out of sort of people. Oh no, we've lost one of our bodyguards. Oh no! The really good marshal. Who's been doing all sorts of wonderful stuff for all of our other sort of, the knights and the other leaders around the place. He's died. He's died of cancer. Oh no. Right, we're not going to get anybody in who's anywhere near as good as that. Prince Scone has 24 marshal, and he does want to be on the council. He feels like he should be. But Prince Hat has 26. Hang on, who's got the highest? Yeah, Hat, our brother, has got 26 marshal. Do we go for Hat with 26 marshal, but he's not bothered about being on the council? Or do we go for Scone, who's only 2 points less in marshal, but is bothered about being on the council? Although he likes us to +100 anyway. His opinion of us is quite high. So maybe that doesn't really matter. So maybe we do go for the person who's got the best skill. So Prince Hat, in you come, Prince Hat. You can become... Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Hang on. Let's press the right button. In you come, Prince Hat. Press the right button. You are now our marshal, and you can hopefully carry on the work that Mardy there was doing on training commanders. Because he was doing a grand job of things until he passed away. So hopefully you can keep on training people up and giving them Blade Master skills and all that kind of stuff, because that was really handy. Okay, right, run time on. Let's see what money we can get in next. Oh, Chocolate died. Emir Chocolate has died of old age. Hang on. Isn't he one of our council people? Wasn't it? Oh no, yeah, he was our priesty person. Oh no. And now we've got Oluwasegun. I mean, I'm sure you're brilliant, but can we put somebody in who's a bit better? Because 14 again is no good. Right, Prince Scone, would you like to come in, please? Oh, no, hang on. You've got 33. Hang on. Order it by that. There we go. He's got 33. He is, however, 72 years old. So maybe he's not, and his health is poor. So we could put Sheikh Zubayd in, but he might not be around for very long. I think Prince Scone. Prince Scone is 48 years old, and he does want to be on the council. So you can come in, and you can become a sort of court Alamar type person. Yeah, absolutely. Get rid of whoever you are. Cheerio. Thank you for stepping in, but no, it's fine. Oh no, Chocolate died. Okay, what does that do to... Because he's got lands, hasn't he? Where's Chocolate's... Where's the... Hang on, where is the Duchy of Chocolate, whatever it is? Oh, it's become Backlin. It's gone back to the Emirate of Backlin, has it? So Emir Samir has it. Emir Samir is Chocolate's son. Yeah, okay, so he's now inherited that. Oh, so yes, the Emirate of Chocolate, or the Chocolate Emirate, or whatever it was. Oh no, it's down here. It's moved down here. It was up there, wasn't it? That's the thing for it. The duchy title, the kind of the logo, badge thing for it, shield. But it's kind of down here now. The Chocolate Emirate is down here, being looked after by Emir Samir. So he must have that and that. Okay, how powerful are you, Emir Samir? Only 6,000 soldiers. That's okay. That's not too bad. Oh, that's a bit sad. Chocolate died. Okay, maybe the next child we can have another chocolate. I think that'd be quite nice, wouldn't it? We need some more chocolate in the land. Oh, look at that. Prince Hat is doing a grand job at being a marshal because he has inspired Emir Abdul Jalil II of the Akinid Emirates. That's over there somewhere, is it? Over there. They've now got the Aspiring Blade Master trait, which is very good. And then one of our commanders has improved. So Sheikh Faiz has got his martial skill increased by 1. So Prince Hat doing some good work. He's not been in the job long, but yeah, he's carrying on where his predecessor left off. Good job, Hat. Oh, this is wonderful. We can pick a new perk, and I think we can get down to Whole of Body. Here we go. So we get Whole of Body. Fertility up by 20%. That's not overly useful right now, but another health boost. And stress gain comes down by 20%. So if we do pick up something stressful, then we gain 20% less stress because of this trait. That's really good. But health, medium boost. Okay, let's have that, shall we? That is wonderful. So let's have a quick look at how we're doing over to there. Yeah, our health is fine. We're going to be so very healthy for a good long time. That's very good. Now, the thing now is, do we carry on going down the learning route, or do we go for something else? Do we maybe go for the scholarly route and maybe go down the route of science if we're going to be around for a while? Or do we go back to stewardship? Maybe start doing some more of this stuff. Maybe go down more avaricious stuff. Maybe get the administrator perk right down the bottom there. We need to have a look at what we can get from that. Diplomacy, stewardship up. Or yeah, do we go down the route of sort of science and try and get some more, some more tech unlocked? And shouldn't Thingy be unlocked about now? Should, hang on a minute, hang on. How long do we have until we have Thingy unlocked, until Primogeniture? In about 3 months. Oh my goodness me, that's very exciting. Okay, right, hang on a second. So, yeah, what do you want to do? What do we want to do with this? So medicine focus is okay, but then do we want to move away from getting the small health boost? Because we now do have 2 fairly significant health boosts from those 2 things there. So do we move away from that to go down scholarship focus? Get learning up by 3, which is very good, and development growth goes up as well. So all of our lands would develop a bit more. That brings in more money and everything else. And then we go down the route of scholar. That could be quite good. Reset perks is a critical break, which is a bit of a shame. I thought maybe we could spend those 2 perks on something else. Could we somehow bring our stress down so then we don't have faithful and we don't have clerical justification if we reset our perks, and then we can put them into scientific and planned cultivation or whatever, because they do seem better. And maybe in his later years, Sunrise is going down a more thinky route. He's got 29 learning right now. He's going down a more sort of scientific route. He's thinking about, how to improve the lands other than just building new buildings. Maybe he's thinking new technologies and new ways for the people to do different things and all that kind of stuff. So I think maybe he is kind of thinking more on a sort of, a learning level. So could we bring down our stress at all? Can we do anything about that? We could host a feast. That might be quite fun. We could do that. Hang on, why is search for physician there? Why is that there? Or is that always lit up even though we have a court doctor? Hang on a minute. Do we have a court doctor? Yes, we do. We've got Jibril, the court doctor. Is there anybody else who's better? No. We have some terribly awful candidates for that job. Okay, never mind. Did we lose a person at some point? Did we lose a person? Architect speed things up. Court poet. Yes, a court poet. Nobody can do that. And did we lose a bodyguard earlier? I think we might have lost a bodyguard. How about you come in? I can't say your name. Oh my goodness me. Wow. Nay? Does that little hat make an A? Nay Sir Van Kure Humayun Ardalanid. Wow. Okay, can you come in? Well, can we call you Bob? We'll call you Bob. So Bob, in you come. You can be our bodyguard because that's lovely. There we go. Splendid. So we have another bodyguard. So we're spending a bit of money on some people, but that's okay. I think that will do. I think that'll do for now. We can hire an executioner now. That's not our kind of style. That's not what we do. But okay, that's good to know. Executioner we could possibly do. Right, what were we doing before? Oh, we're looking at ways to bring stress down, weren't we? So is it worth having a feast and then resetting our perks a little bit? Just so we can get rid of those 2 perks that are kind of hiding away over in here and Theologian and put them over to Scholar. Because he's not overly... I mean, he's done his thing. He's done his Hajj pilgrimage, and that's okay. He's certainly in touch with his religion, but he's not really sort of big on it, I wouldn't say. He's more sort of a scholar. He's doing all the scholarly stuff. So I would say, really, we should move them around. How much does it take? We gain 56 stress. Okay, so we need to lose only a tiny bit, so it should do it. Hang on. What have we got going on in the court? A foul smell. Hang on, let's deal with the stench first. My liege, a word, please. My Chancellor, Archie, approaches me during a brief lull while attending court matters. He gestures to a less populated spot in the room, and I follow him there. I'm concerned about the state of Duchy Castle. While holding a meeting in one of the rooms, we noticed a horrific smell. It must have come from the latrines a floor below. I implore you to consider paying to fix the neglected parts of the building. Absolutely, yes. I'll ensure that it gets fixed as soon as possible. My steward can handle it, or just plug the hole in the floor. Okay, we wouldn't do that because we're quite proud of our court, I think. We gain a smelly court. Dread gain comes down. Vassal opinion comes down. Court grandeur bonus comes down because there is a little bit of a whiff. No. Okay, so the steward can handle the matter. Oh dear. Okay, that's a bit of a risk, isn't it? It's not quite 50-50, but it's not too far off. So 57% chance that we only lose 150 money because he's haggled, the steward's haggled, or 42% chance that we spend 500 monies because I think the one there is just spend 300 money. Okay, let's spend 300 money to sort out the neglected parts of the building and get rid of the whiff. Okay, never mind. That means we now can't have a feast, so we can't rejig our perks at the moment. But we'll come to that in a second. We'll get some money coming in a bit. How much is it to call a feast thingamabob? We're missing 110. Okay, so it may be maybe 3 months. We'll leave it another couple of months, or we can hold court as well. Hang on a second, that might require some money as well. We'll do that when we've got some cash in. But yeah, I think we've got Primogeniture. We've got Primogeniture. Hold the banquet. Hold the banquet. We've got a huge thing. That is huge. Okay, what do we go for next? I mean, I'm very tempted to just focus on that. Noblesse oblige. I imagine you would say that. Because it's almost done. 3 years just without focusing on it. I imagine we could bring that down quite quick. So direct vassal opinion up by 5. Fellow vassal opinion up by 5. But yeah, that's plus 5 from every single one of our vassals, which is really helpful. So I think let's go for that. That brings it down to 16 months. Okay, right. So that's chosen our new... Oh, hang on. But what about cranes? What about cranes? Economic buildings. We'll do that after we've unlocked that thing, because that gets that out of the way as well. It's so nearly done. We might as well just go and finish it. So there we go. That's that done. And now we come to something quite big. Succession. Here we go. So currently succession law is partition. All children inherit equally, which seems sort of fair, but it makes life very complicated when you have many titles, all different, so different kingdom titles or sultanate titles or whatever, and then everything falls apart when you die. But of course, we don't need to worry about that, because now we can have primogeniture. Under primogeniture succession, your oldest child inherits all your titles. player heir opinion goes up by 20, other children lose a bit of opinion of you because they're a bit grumpy, they're not going to get anything necessarily. Primogeniture is the youngest child, and then house seniority is the oldest member of the house, which is quite interesting, but no, we're going to go for primogeniture. The oldest child inherits all your titles, and it's going to be the oldest male child at the moment, because we're still, move that away, still got the male-only gender law, so it's going to be the first male child gets everything. So we don't have to worry about dishing bits of land out to people and doing this and that and the other to make sure that you've got a bit of land so you don't take that off us or whatever. So this will all become a bit of an irrelevance. But this is what I think we do. He's worked hard to get this at Sunrise. He's worked hard to make the stability of the Sultanate a little bit better when he passes on and when future people pass on. He's worked quite hard. He's done a lot of research on this and he's written many, many things. So I think we change the law for a paltry 450 prestige. It's not even that much. So yeah, let's do this now. I think everyone agrees. No one's that bothered. So pass that law and there we go. We now have primogeniture. The oldest child inherits the stuff, but it's the oldest male children. We can't do equal quite yet. We will get there in time. We need to get that because that makes things a lot better, doesn't it? A few people in the comments have pointed out that maybe we do want to go to absolute crown authority. But do we want to go to that direct vassal opinion minus 30? Crikeys, that's not good, is it? They do contribute a lot of levies and a lot of tax. So what are they on now? 10% levies and 10% tax. That goes up to 35% levies. 35% tax, but they are going to be quite grumpy with us. They're going to be a bit grumpy with us. Maybe we'll pass on that for now. Maybe we'll put that on, we'll change that when we've got this next this next thing here done. Because at least that means direct vassals like us a little bit more. So the +5 that we get from noblesse obligée, or however you say that, kind of offsets the damage of having your top crown authority there. But yeah, okay, wonderful. Right, now we need to wait for some money to come in so we can have a lovely feast. Okay, that house of worship has been constructed, which is very good indeed. So that's a little bit more money coming our way. And I think now we have more than enough money to go and host a lovely feast. So here we go. Let's try and bring our stress down a little bit. Please be a calm, quiet, understated feast where everybody just has a lovely time and there's no fighting and the wine doesn't run out and our things don't get destroyed. Just a lovely, calm feast, please. That'd be quite nice, wouldn't it? We're going to lose 75 stress. Wow. Okay, it's going to cost 200 money, but I think it's worth doing in the long run. So there we go. We're down to entirely zero stress whatsoever. Is it worth now changing our perks around? Is it worth resetting these right now? We're going to lose 56 stress. We lose Architect and Whole of Body. We can get them back, obviously. Really, it's only those two we want to move about. So let's do this. So reset perks. Okay, so we've lost that and we've lost that. We'll get them back in a second. Hang on a second. Let's just go and give ourselves all these back because that is what we want. So we want all of these back. Thank you very much. There we go. So we've got those back. And then we've got two more over in learning. So let's have scientific. So cultural fascination progress up by another 35%, which is brilliant. And then wards picking up additional skills and can become our friends, or increased development in county efficiency up by 20%. Let's have pedagogy, that one there that I can never pronounce. And then want to go down architect because this is really good. So yes, please, we shall have all of these back because we want him to be an architect. So like that. And then we had golden obligations, didn't we? So we can demand payment for hooks. It might be worth looking to see if we've got any of those. And then what did we have? Herageld, didn't we? We didn't have war profiteer, and we didn't have that because that's not kind. So yeah, we'll have that one because meritocracy is pointless. So we'll have that back. So really, we did all of that to become a bit more scientific and then have that one that I can't pronounce. But okay, that's fine. And now we have a feast. Yay for the feast. Let's have a nice snack. Here we go. Welcome, friends. How are you? Have you seen my hat? Isn't it brilliant? Faddle. Our player heir has increased his martial by 1. That's brilliant. That's really good. Okay, I've barely managed to sit down at my seat when I hear a howl emanating from Sheikh Khalil. Oh, for goodness sake. I asked for no trouble. I asked for no trouble, you lot, and you're already causing problems. Okay, so Sheikh Khalil and Emir Bernard are having a big old fight. Too late I realise their martial dance has paved its way straight through the Dalaxian statue. Don't damage the Dalaxian statue, it's very delicate. I motion for my guards to separate the two, hissing and clawing at each other. The duo is presented in front of me, all the while throwing blame on one another for starting the fight. Okay. So, it's an okay piece. It's an okay piece. So we could have a go at Emir Bernard, and he could pay 150 money to us for reparations, for the damages. Then he gets a bit... He might possibly become a rival. Okay, that's Bernard there. So our nephew. But I mean, we don't know who started it. We don't know who started it, and we're quite just. So I don't think we blame anybody, because we don't know who started the fight. They're just going to be completely, not being truthful. They're going to accuse each other. So maybe we go for, these things happen. It wasn't my favourite piece. They kind of go, thank you for that. We lose some dread. We spend 150 prestige. That's neither here nor there. And we get Benevolent Ruler for 5 years. And the Dalaxian statue only loses 5 durability. I think we repaired that recently. Oh, that's fine. Oh, it's like a tiny scrape. Yeah, these things happen. It wasn't my favourite piece. It's all okay. Back to the party we go, please. Feast the innuendo. Here we go. I know what I said. I just don't understand why you find it so funny. Okay, here we go. Valia Semar cocks her head to the side while I withhold my chortle. I haven't told her that what she said could be interpreted as something lewd. If you squeeze the head, a thick substance will pour out. I don't know what's so funny about that. Everyone's being very childish. I may not be alone in thinking this is funny either. Emir Ardashir spat out some of his drink when Valia Semar repeated herself. The two could share the same kind of crude humour as I, or they could be offended by it. I won't know what either thinks unless I speak up. Okay, so we can just go, never mind. Or we can possibly go, repeat what you said, but slowly. Really think about it. We're gregarious. We like a party. We're letting our hair down. So, do you know what? Let's go for that option, shall we? And there we go. She did like it. She found it funny, and we might become friends with them. Oh, that's quite nice. More people becoming better. This is wonderful. Why don't we have that switched on all the time? What does the other one do? What does one we have there do? So garrison size, levy size and reinforcement rate up by 27%. Oh, army maintenance down 27%. Maybe that's why we normally have that on. Because, it makes your army significantly cheaper. We earn enough money to pay for that. So I'd rather have our people improving. Okay, that's really good. Let's get to the end of the thing, shall we? Let's get to the end of the feast. Anytime you like. It's a long feast, this one. Many courses. 798 course meal. With everyone headed home with bellies full of exotic delicacies, I am proud to say that the feast was a success, and so was my glorious hat. I have my wife Nemanje to thank for much of its success, and I feel nothing but gratitude as she sees the last few guests off. Until next time. Okay, so we pick up some prestige, which is quite nice. Right, I think what we could do is, we're saving up some money. We haven't had a fight just yet. We haven't had a war. We've not claimed any more land for the lovely people Sultanate. Not us directly. Maybe our vassals are doing a few bits and bobs, but we haven't gone and done anything. So maybe, just to wrap things up this time, maybe we'll just go and grab a little bit more land. I'm thinking possibly there or down here, possibly. Maybe get the the Horn of Africa sorted. My lord, my brother Alamar Scone approaches me with urgency. A local merchant has a copy of the compendious book on calculation by completion and balancing. What? What kind of book is that? But refuses to sell it to me. If you make him see the error of his way, I would be in your debt. What is it? What is the compendious book on calculation by completion and balancing about? Aren't you a religious person? Okay, but it sounds like it's about numbers to me, but okay. I will make sure the book gets to you. We lose 300 money. Bother. But we do get 25 learning lifestyle. It does sound interesting. We lose 300 money, but we get our learning up by 1. Or it sounds like a you problem, and he just gets a bit grumpy with us. I mean, we are trying to... I was just saying we've got enough money to have a fight, and the game's then thrown this at us. I mean, I think we'd be quite nice. We'd be quite nice. It's our half-brother. We've been through a lot together. Okay. 300 money, fine. We're now in debt. Do we have any favours that we could call upon? Any hooks that we could make use of? Yeah, we do. I mean, 58 hooks we've got, which is a little bit silly. So, could we... Hang on. Can we do something with you? You're too far away to interact with. Botherations. Okay. What about you? Can we demand payment? You don't have enough gold. That is somebody's alimony. Oh, hang on. You might have enough gold. Demand payment. 15 money. I've got no reason to have a hook on you for any other reason, so okay, that's fine. What about you? You've got no money. You've got 47 money. You're our niece, though. Is it bad demanding payment from our niece? Oh, it's only 10. It's only 10, but then we are temperate. Enjoy things in moderation. I don't know, can we find anybody else that might owe us a fairly big amount of money to bring us out of debt nice and quick? Okay, we have one person here who ironically is called Debtera with the word debt at the start, which we're trying to get out of. So you're going to give us 10 money. So we're down to minus 13, obligations paid off. And I think maybe we could go to you. You're our niece, but it's okay. I think if it's for the benefit of the realm, can we demand payment? That's another 10 money coming that way. Oh, hang on. You look like you might have some money. Oh, you're our son. Hang on a minute. Is it bad if we want to use up our things on our children? Hang on a minute. Hang on. Where is it? Demand payment. He would give us 50 money, and that would get rid of the hook. But, I mean, do we need a hook on him? But then is it bad extorting money from our children when they're using it to run their own realm? I think it might be. Do you know what? We're on minus 3. And now we're on 43 because, all the money came in. So that's fine. So there we go. We're not in debt anymore. Okay, an event's popped up called Burying the Hatchet. This sounds like quite a positive thing. Sultan Sunrise, we've had our differences in the past, but don't you agree that it's time to let bygones be bygones? My rival and vassal Emir Ardashir gestures from me to him. Whatever is between us, let us start anew. Yes, absolutely. Oh, there's another thing behind that one. Hang on a minute. So our Chancellor, is also our rival. I didn't know that. Okay. I mean, yes, absolutely. Let's stop being rivals, because that makes life a lot easier. Songbird. Okay, I remember this one. We've seen this before. Feathers of gleaming metal, eyes of precious stones, a voice singing with the chimes of bells. The mechanical bird, which has been gifted to me by Emir Khalil of Jalilid, is a true masterpiece. Oh, okay, this is a little bit unfortunate, but okay, we'll come to that in a second. The bird was crafted by the finest artificers in all of Jalilid, Emir Khalil's letter reads. I think you'll find it quite intriguing. Okay, now this is certainly an inopportune time for you to arrive, because just before this all kind of popped up, just before this event happened, I was potentially thinking about taking this bit of land off of you. I was thinking, yeah, that'd be quite good. Get that bit there, look. Big dent in that land over there. Then we can start moving down here. Maybe now you've given us a nice thing. Maybe we won't go and do that. Okay, so we could put it on display. We get bird automaton for 15 years. Prestige goes up a bit and he likes us. We could sell it. That'll make him a bit sad. Or we could take it apart to study its mechanisms. So we gain mechanical bird studies for 15 years. Learning +2. We get 100 learning lifestyle. And if he's clever, if he's a learned man, he's on 18. If he's a learned man, he is respectful of the fact that we want to know how it works. But if he's not, then he's insulted and he loses opinion of us. I mean, I'm tempted to do that. Learning +2, when we're going down a route of learning stuff anyway, is actually quite good. And maybe that's what we would do. I don't think we'd sell it. We're okay for money. Money is coming in quite rapidly, so we're okay for the money coming in. Putting it on display is sort of okay, but, we've got lots of things on display. Our court has many, many lovely items, and we're temperate. Enjoy things in moderation. We don't want too many items to look at. Let's maybe take it apart and study its mechanisms. Is that going to offend that chappy? I don't know. Do you know what? If it does offend him, then we're going to have a fight with him. If it doesn't, we'll have a fight with somebody else. We could have the War of the Mechanical Bird. Here we go, let's see what happens. He's a learned man. Okay, right, we'll leave you alone for a bit. Okay, so he quite liked the fact that we did that. Shola has given birth to another daughter. Good grief. Sunrise, nicer, smile, and... okay. Right, what should we call you, this child here? No traits. No traits, which is unfortunate, but you know what? You're still wonderful. So, okay, what shall we call you? I think we'll call her Happy. That's a very lovely thing, isn't it? It's lovely to be happy. So there we go. We shall welcome Happy to the world. And again, I think we have had a Happy before in the dynasty. I'm fairly certain of that. I can't quite recall who they were or where they belong in the great big family tree, but I think we have had a Happy before. But there we go. Another Happy in the dynasty is no bad thing at all. So there you go. May you grow to be strong and wise. So... because of the lovely acceptance... Oh, hang on a minute. Because the lovely acceptance of the clockwork bird, we're not going to attack that place. So we have to pick somewhere else. However, we're now out with lovely... This is very important. Another thing for him, another skill. Oh, trait, sorry. I took lovely out playing with the bow, and to my surprise, he ran into a wounded doe. He had not hesitated in the slightest to bring it down. Okay, greatness awaits you. That makes you ambitious. +1 to everything. Oh, it's going to be a golden age. You're 11 years old, and you have a diplomacy of 19. Hang on a minute. Hang on. Our Chancellor, the person responsible for diplomacy across the entire realm, has a diplomacy of 23, and he's 52 years old. Oh my goodness me, this is going to be incredible. Right, okay, so we could, you can be ambitious. You've already got that now. So stress gain does go up a bit, but that's fine. We can counter that. That's okay. Someone always suffers. Make certain it is not you. So we turn you into a sadist. No, because that's not the way of Sunrise. Or we can make you paranoid. Again, I don't think we'd do that. I genuinely don't think we'd make him into a sadist or we'd make him paranoid. Because paranoid would imply that you see enemies everywhere. We're gregarious. We see friends everywhere. We see people to go and have a nice bite to eat with or a nice drink or a cup of tea with or whatever. So I don't think we do that. So absolutely, you can be ambitious. Oh my goodness me. Let's have a look. So you've got the ambitious. You're ambitious and generous. And currently curious, but that will go away. Oh my word. Okay, right. Now can we go and look at who we'd like to have a war with? How about down here then? How about... Or could we get these two places? Could we get these two places under our control? That'd be quite good, wouldn't it? Could we do that? So declare a war. Hang on. Scone has some claims. Only on one little place. That's a bit sad, isn't it? Conquer county. We can't conquer more than one county at the moment. I mean, he's only got 3 anyway. Conquer the duchy. Conquer that duchy. Okay, what if we conquer that duchy? That gets those 2... bits of land under our control, and then we've only got that little one there to go and sort out at a later date. I think we can do that nice and simple. So yeah, it's one of the... I imagine if we go back far enough, you are a descendant of... I mean, you must be somewhere. You must be a descendant of the Ethiopian kings and such like, are you? You're Duke Iskander of Kapha, Duke Zula of Kapha. Oh, maybe not. Maybe not. We are going back quite a long way. No, maybe you're not. I thought you maybe were one of, related very distantly to the people who bullied and tormented us at the very start of the game. But no, I think let's go and conquer this duchy. Hang on, we could have a holy war. We could go on holy war for the duchy because they are, of course, Coptic and we don't like that. Okay. We'll finish things off. I know this part's probably gone on a bit, but we'll finish things off with a little war. A lovely little fight down here. Thank you very much. We've got the money for it. I don't think it's going to take that long, so hang on a second. It's not even got 3,000 people, so let's go and find the raising flag. Raising flag, where are you? There you are. Raising flag, assemble. So all the way down here. So if we pop you... there to start with, you can go in there, then you can walk down here. In fact, you know what? No, we'll go the other way because we might get valuable hostages if we raid that place first. So, siege, whatever. Go in and chuck rocks at it. So let's go and do that. We'll raise all the men-at-arms there. So we should actually have a little bit of money left over. Oh no, get some men-at-arms. Oh, phew. Hang on. Right. The Order of St. Anthony has appeared. Oh. Okay, right. He's summoned up his holy order. Do we need to summon ours? Because that might help quite a bit. There are 2 of them. Can we summon these guys? Hired. Oh, hired by Grandmaster Sinan. But as patron, you can request them despite that. But no, they are at war. Or warriors of the Hadith. They're already hired, but we're not their patron. Okay, so at the moment, it seems to imply that we will win decisively. And there's only 1 day. So we're not going to get much in. We're not getting many more levies in. Okay, good luck, everybody. This could go horribly wrong. We might need to rely on our levies possibly in a second. But here we go. So a big fight is going to happen. We are on home soil. And we're doing fabulously well. Okay, you've turned up at the wrong time. You've done a nice homage thing. Yay, we get some stuff. We get some money, which is quite nice to keep the war effort ticking on. And we have a dynasty legacy as well. Oh, my goodness me. Right, okay, we've won that war. we're already at 50, but not the war, the battle. We're at 50% war score because I think we have utterly butchered them. Yes, we left 8 people alive to go and tell the tale. Oh, dearie me. Okay. Wow. Right. Well, there we go. That was fairly one-sided. Now we'll go and siege this place, which is going to take 3 months, which isn't long at all. Our kitten has died of... Oh, hang on a minute. 12 million things have happened. Hang on a minute. We've captured some people. Are they to do with the war? No. Okay, but hang on. Can we go and let them out of the prison if they're going to give us a huge pile of money? 30 money. That is no bad thing. So we'll take that. Mecca's castle is finished, which is brilliant. One of our commanders has improved. Kitten has died. Rest in peace, Kitten. That's very sad. At the age of 70, though. That's all right. You've picked up a trait. Lovely, lovely... Lovely is our friend, and Lovely has increased his diplomacy by 1. So 12-year-old Lovely has got a diplomacy of 22. I think if we end up playing as him, if everything pans out as it should, and we play as Lovely, I think he's going to be amazing. I mean, his skills are already pretty good at 12. He's got room for improvement with many of them, but, I mean, his diplomacy is 22 as it is right now. Imagine what he can do with the power of diplomacy. You could just get all these people to just join us without the need for bloodshed and everything. It's going to be amazing. And war finished. Okie dokie. Right, let's carry on our war over here, shall we? So, 30 odd days until that's done. And that chappy left the prison. And some Ethiopian Adamite populace have given up. And another person's... Crikey, so kindness. Kindness has come of age. You've got a 4-star... strategist trait. That's brilliant. Okay, they grow up fast. For martial trait, sorry. Yeah, brilliant strategist. So +8 to martial with that. And you've got hang on, what have you got? Forwarder and famous champion. Okay, that doesn't do much to your prowess though, I don't think. But look at that, 19 martial. That's not too bad. Okay, we'll try and find you a wife in a bit. Hang on, we're going to go and sort this out. There we go, 100%. A nice quick fight there. So be it. We take some more land off of some Coptics. Right, who owns this duchy down here? The Duchy of Kapha does not exist. Okay, so can we create the Duchy of Kapha and then just give it to somebody? Because that would make sense, wouldn't it? Damot is already created. Does anybody own that? No, so Bonga. Wow, the Relayer of Bonga. That's amazing. Who's got this? Who's already got that? You. So Sheikh Aram. Are you scones? You're one of Scones' kids. Yeah, so maybe you should have, because you've got that place, you should have this duchy title and those two sheikdoms as well. Yeah, let's do that, shall we? Let's create that for 200 monies. There we go. And then, Chappy, where are you? You... over there. Hello, how are you? Would you like some land? I'm sure you would. You can have the Emirate of Kapha and the Sheikhdom of Gamma and the Sheikhdom of Kapha. There we go. The whole thing is yours. You're welcome. There you go. Brilliant. So that gives away a bit of land, but it means it's all sorted out with one person and it all is properly stacked up. And there we go. Disband our troops. Let's just make sure that everything ticks back up. And then we can see exactly how much money we are making. Almost 50 money per month now, following all the improvements we've made. So I think with that done, we will finish things up for now. But look at that. We're heading right down here now to the bottom of the map. West Ajuran is a potential place that we could go get. Oh, no. Hello, decency mugs. Do you know what? They're Adamites over there. I thought we'd gotten away with it. We would have got away with it if it wasn't for you pesky Adamites. Okay, so we need to get rid of those from down there. Hang on. Can we put the religion thing on? They're all Adamites around that part of the world, apart from some wacky people down there. But, yeah. Okay, so we'll try and sort that out as well. Try and maybe move down here next time a little bit. And then we'll just carry on spending the money on upgrading things. We'll sort of make more of a focus on doing research and such like. Maybe we will go knock on the door of the Aghlabids, because I think we can usurp the Sultanate title of there, because we own quite a lot of that land. So we could go and usurp that and then go and take that for ourselves. We could maybe start moving in that direction, or maybe move over in that direction. There are plenty of options, many options. And of course, we still haven't dealt with Jerusalem yet. Jerusalem is sitting there on one of our holy sites, which of course we don't like. There it is. There is the holy site of Jerusalem. Currently controlled by Catholicism, which is generally bad. We don't want that at all. So maybe we can look at doing something about that at some point in the future. There's so much to do, many things to do. And of course, people in the comments as well are now mentioning the word empire. The E word has been bandied around a little bit. So I think maybe at some point, given the size of the lovely people's sultanate, maybe we're going to be at the point soon where we will be overstretching a sultanate and we have to become an empire. So we could look at that as well. There is plenty to be getting on with. But yeah, that's all for next time out. Hopefully you are still enjoying this. If you are, please do leave a like. That would be most marvellous indeed. And also, if you're not already, then please do subscribe to keep up to date with how we get on here next time out in Crusader Kings 3. But for now, thank you very much for joining me in the Geek Cupboard, and I will see you next time. The city of Cupboard, it can be full of geeks, very loyal geeks to me. It's this sort of stripy hill. That's interesting. Oh, stripy mountain. Sorry, I downgraded you to a hill. Just really irritate the Norwegians. Everyone had gold. People were lying on beds of gold. They were eating gold. They were trying to wash their hair with gold. There was gold literally everywhere in our empire.